Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning to everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Get on in here. Light up that swagger dash if you have it. If you don't, just strap in and enjoy the ride. Some of you that are players, don't put your seatbelt on, buckle it in behind you, and then sit on top of it. If the police comes, throw it around your shoulder and say, "Why you bothering me, officer?" Do it how you do it. But listen, I've been talking about this little boy, Stephen A. Smith, for the longest. So it's only right that I double back. Everybody thought that, oh, he's just mad about basketball. Oh, he's just upset. He's angry. That's what they use. That's their same little uh, trope that they use. I'm just so angry about basketball, as if all the mother truckers in the world can play basketball or something. But anywho, that's not a requirement in life to be able to play basketball. But I can kick most of the world's ass at basketball. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm somehow mad about basketball. So I can't see the difference or I can't hear the difference in how they talk about somebody because I'm so mad about basketball. So maybe people like yourselves that didn't never play basketball, y'all didn't get beat up by Michael Jordan. Allegedly, I got slapped around, beat up, bullied by Michael Jordan. So therefore, it took away my ability of discernment. It took away my ability to be able to see and hear. Now I'm blind and I'm deaf. So I can't see what they're saying anymore just because MJ beat me up and I couldn't play basketball. It makes no sense. But for those of you who are living without the trauma of getting their ass whooped by Michael Jordan, um, aka Black Jesus, like I did, like allegedly I did, then you may be able to see the difference. So those of you strap on without trauma, pay attention, tell me if you see a difference.
Had also talked about how Stephen A. Smith and how they had covered the Dana White situation. And it reminded me of a video I had did covering that. So I would like to re-highlight that video in today's video, and then we'll come back and highlight how they.
Oh, it's my original content that Self-Talk is playing on Self-Talk TV. So this is Kwame Brown, Bus Life, and this is Self-Talk who's reacting to the video, who I'm now reacting to.
They covered Von Miller situation. So with that being said, guys, let's check out how ESPN First Take covered Dana White situation with his wife versus Von Miller. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help these videos get pushed out to the algorithm. I couldn't do it without you guys. We got to get this video pushed out because this is disturbing how Stephen A. Smith and ESPN First Take covered the Dana White situation versus Von Miller. So let's check it out right here. Here's the video.
Dana White is not just somebody that's connected in the world of sports. He's a friend. I love the guy personally. So this is a very hard subject for me. We talk all the time. He says it has never, ever happened before. He's completely ashamed and utterly disgusted with himself that he finds himself in this situation, that he would ever have done such a thing to a woman he's been married to for 30 years, who's the mother of his 3 children.
You say Dana White said it never happened before. Since when do we listen to a woman beater? Since when do we watch on film a man slapping a woman and say, oh, you know what, this is a trustworthy guy? That's number one. But maybe I don't know this because MJ whipped my behind. Number two, his mother came out and wrote a book. Dana White's mother has a book that says he beats his wife all the time. So in a believe all women world, where a man that we just saw struck a woman, not now just saw, but previously just saw a woman be struck by this man whose mother said that he beat her all the time. Now we're just supposed to believe what he's saying. How much we go out of the way to believe other races of men. You can't tell me the black man ain't the most hated, the most sought after, the most aggressed, the most everything. We got to prove something to everybody. What you doing over here? Do you belong over here? Are you a good black man or you're a thug? Or you this? Or, like, we got a lot of questions we got to answer. We the targets of Karen. We the targets of white men. We the targets of black women. Some, not all. We the targets. They jealous of us. A black man that's on his purpose, that's doing this thing, that's not whining and crying, oh, they got to get you. And Stephen A. Smith is the type of boy that'll get you. These type of explanations for other races of men when they make mistakes is what make the difference in how the public view you. And if you can move on and make money and do business like Dana White did the week after, or it's a death sentence like Ray Rice, where you don't get a job ever in your field of play. And yeah, he might got a job commentating, but Ray Rice was the top of the top. He didn't make, he went on camera. We saw it. It was egregious. He had no room to make a mistake and get redemption. Even though the woman married him, even though she forgave him, even though she stayed with him, even though she hit him first or spit on him first, we saw it. And a lot of times men, black men sometimes, and this may be controversial, but if you're going to say that Dana White is able to get hit by a woman and you guys acknowledge that he got hit, when you never acknowledge that a black man get hit, we get chased, ran over, burnt, bust the windows out of our car. And most times we getting hit by a bigger woman, a stronger woman, a more dense bone woman, you know, big boned, heavier hand like mallets, a motherfucker you damn near got to go toe to toe with. But in no situation you can hit a woman. They make sure, black men know, in no situation, even if this mother trucker towering over you, even if she got you balled up in the corner, no situation. She could be striking your kid, no situation. That's what they make it seem like. She could pull out a knife, no situation, just stand there and take it. But Dana White gets struck, and all of a sudden, oh man, we could watch behavior on both sides. Y'all pay attention. Maybe I got beat so bad by MJ that I'm making all this up.
That it's never happened before, that it was completely out of character. And she even pointed to the fact that they were out and they were drinking and all of that other stuff as well. And, you know, all I can say is that, again, he has spoken out against men who put their hands on women before, and whatever punishment you would exact under these circumstances to somebody else is what he should apply to himself.
And I don't judge people by their worst moment. I agree with you on that punishment part. And the other piece that I just want to say, as a woman, it was also his wife's hands on him. So no one should be putting their hands on anyone.
Okay.
Male, female, female, male.
Dana White is not just somebody I know in sports, nor you. He's a friend.
Yeah.
I love him. You know, he knows that we're on this air. He knew ahead of time because I reached out to him to let him know I would be talking about this this morning. He knows that he crossed a line that he has never crossed before, and that he swears he will never cross again. And he's incredibly ashamed of himself. And that's just where we are right now. So
but I'm not a part of the whole cancel culture, and I don't judge people by their worst moment. And he has a beautiful family.
Yes, he does.
And I wish the best for them moving forward.
Yeah.
So as you can see in that video, right, they're very soft-spoken. It seems sad. It almost seemed like something happened to Dana White. Like you would have thought Dana White probably got randomly assaulted by somebody, but that was not the case. You even heard Molly Karam was able to call out the woman in that situation. The same thing Stephen A. Smith got fired for when he was talking about the Ray Rice situation. Remember, Stephen A. Smith was basically saying that women need to hold themselves accountable as well, and they shouldn't be putting their hands on a man. You can't say that when it comes to the black woman in a black man situation, because that's why Stephen A. Smith got suspended and he almost got fired from ESPN First Take. He had to come out, issue an apology, something Molly Karam didn't have to do when she had said the same thing about Dana White and his wife's situation. So yeah, that's how they covered the Dana White situation.
Because Dana White wife is white. They placate to our women, make them think they can do whatever, because they know they don't want to piss black women off. They buy the most stuff. They don't want to piss them off. So they'll have them thinking it's okay. You can beat on a man, no problem. But look at the way they really think. If their white men get struck by a woman, they make sure a white man can be the apex predator that they are. Can't nobody disrespect a white man, not even a white woman. Why you think they always go get black women? Because they bet not touch a black woman, because then we'll get racially charged. White men don't mind striking a white woman, especially if they get out of line or make them feel like they're less than, or little boys. You can't hit no white man, a powerful white man. They make sure you know it. They showed it to you right in your face on national television. That man got caught on candid camera beating a woman. And they made Floyd Mayweather the poster child for this stuff. Domestic violence, and you didn't see one scratch on this woman. You didn't see the way Floyd has lumped up men in a ring. You didn't see no damage to this woman's face. Floyd is damn near the poster child, went to jail. Dana White carried on like nothing happened. So you're not telling me the media does not play a part. So this, maybe MJ beat me to a bloody pope, allegedly, and maybe that's why I think like this. I don't know, but y'all tell me what y'all think.
So let's re-highlight how they covered Von Miller's situation. Here's a video.
An arrest warrant has been issued in Dallas for Bills linebacker Von Miller for allegedly assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. Here's a statement from the Bills this morning. We were made aware of an incident involving Von Miller. We are in the process of gathering more information and will have no further comment at this point? All right, Stephen A.
First things first. We don't know all the facts. We heard this report. Obviously, an arrest warrant being issued is a very.
You don't know all the facts, then shut up. Why are you talking about it? When you didn't know all the facts with Josh Giddey, you didn't say anything. You said we didn't want to talk about this. We forced you to talk about Josh Giddey. Myself and other YouTubers and a lot of the media forced you, independent media, forced y'all to talk about Josh Giddey. Then you did it in a way where it was so quick and so under the table and nothing demonizing a guy who damn near was dating high school kids. The same thing that Mark Sanchez got away with, dating high school children as a pro. You guys are okay with this stuff. You guys don't demonize. You guys don't ring the bell like you do us black men. And this is why you a little boy, Stevie boy. You a zaddy boy.
Very serious matter. Without knowing anything, let's just make sure we make this general statement that everybody at this table will agree with. Keep your hands off women. Do not put your hands on women if you are a man, period. Let's get that out the way. Having said all of that, on a separate issue.
Do not put your hands on a woman, period, when he's black. When it's Dana White, well, if she hit you first, you can hit her back multiple times.
There's something going on in the NBA with Josh Giddey. And what I've said and what numerous others have said is we don't know all the facts. So if we have to take that position with him, with allegations of dealing with a minor, and we want to sit up there and say, wait until we have all the facts, same thing to Von Miller. But it does not look good for him to be in this situation. There is nothing good about this for him, nor the Bills.
There was nothing good about Josh Giddey being in that situation. There was nothing good about him allegedly dating high school and young ass girls. There's nothing good about that, but y'all didn't want to report on it. So when this situation came up, that y'all bosses made y'all report on it, but you tried to be a little more nice than you normally would be. But we can still see you, dummy.
Nor society as a whole with all the nonsense that we're having to deal with in this day and age. Do not put your hands on a woman.
Nor
That's all I have
the
to say.
pregnant girlfriend or the future child,
Yes.
if true.
Yes. If
I mean,
true. Yes.
it's again, we don't have the facts. It's disturbing,
troubling.
especially, the Bills have had sort of issues before with kickers and stuff like that.
Keep your hands to yourself. Like, come on. You shouldn't even have to be saying these things in this day and age. You would think,
Right.
with all these type of incidences that keep happening, like, keep your damn hands to yourself. That is not
Which
where you
we
want.
all condemn.
Yeah,
Realize
with-
the gravity of that.
It's just ridiculous.
No matter what the situation is,
You cannot.
you do not touch
Yeah.
a woman.
Okay, so there's something to point out there. There's a lot to point out. See how they have more guests covering Von Miller situation. They got more black guests as well, a black woman and another black man. Something Kwame Brown pointed
You
out.
know how to get out of something without getting a lawsuit. You know how to say that, hey, I don't know if this is true, but there's being alleged that this person did X, Y, and Z. We're just going to report on the news. After they reported on the news, they started condemning the behavior of somebody hitting a woman. Without knowing this man did it or not, they started condemning no man should hit a woman. And, look what that means for the team, blah, 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 blah. And the team is 6-6. They went on a whole diatribe. Surrounding hitting a woman as if they knew the facts and evidence. But they admitted that they didn't know. This is the same thing that Stephen A. said he could not do in the Josh Giddey case because he was afraid of getting sued. How come First Take and ESPN is not afraid of getting sued for putting him? And this is where we got to put pressure on ESPN. Why do they give them the script all the time, the same script? Now, they had black women on that stage making sure these men carefully say what they disavow with a black woman being allegedly hit, because this is a black woman that's with a baby. So this is like, boy, they had the black women up there making sure Stephen A. say, oh, and we do not like this behavior. Why couldn't Stephen A. Smith say, Von Miller is my friend? I'm pretty sure he knows Von Miller. I'm pretty sure every time he talked to him. How many of y'all think it would have went over well if Stephen A. would have said on First Take, Von Miller is my friend, same way in front of the black women, same way that he did for Dana White? How many of y'all think that they would have thought that was appropriate? You think those black women would have sat next to Stephen A. Smith if he would have uttered the words, Von Miller is my friend, with the allegations that he had on him? And these were just allegations. We saw what Dana White did, and he was still able. No white women came out and canceled Stephen A. Smith. I wonder why that is. How in America now that you can get on open camera and depending on the color of the woman, you can be a friend with a man that hit one. But for some reason, this same black guy, Stephen A. Smith, he has to tiptoe around any situation when it comes to a black woman. He has to make sure he demonizes a black man. Even though they gave that little bullcrap statement about we don't know all the facts. He came right behind that and said, don't put your hands on a woman. Men, that goes for all men. Don't put your hands on women. So now that's leading me to believe Von Miller is guilty. The average listener is going to think Von Miller is guilty. He has an arrest warrant. We're putting it in the head. They reported on this news.
So yeah, man, I just want to come on there and show you guys a difference in how they had covered that. Again, man.
And before y'all go to sleep I told y'all, I hope this video ain't too long for y'all, but sometimes my crew like a longer video. But this is Dana White's mother. Yeah. This is Dana White mama saying Dana White was with multiple ring girls, all, speaking towards Dana White character. I wonder why they didn't bring this up. Stephen A. normally bring up secrets about anybody, especially if they hit a woman. But Dana White is his friend, so he might have forgot about this.
Dana White was a good guy. Guys liked him, girls liked him. He just had this great personality. People were attracted to him. They wanted to be his friend. They like hanging out with him. Our family was very close. We did a lot of things together. Dana, when I first moved back to Boston, he came back and lived with me for a while back there. Even back then, he'd be down at a bar with a friend. And I send my plane to get you. I'm going to bring you back to Vegas to live with us. I was hoping the book, a lot of the stuff might bring him back or make him get her to take his son was coming and even think twice about it. But and he called her up and told her, Graham, I'm going to send my plane to get you. I'm going to bring you back to Vegas to live with us. You're going to have the best medical care money can buy. And then she never heard from him again. So, and that was typical Dana. So I really didn't even think twice about it. But the final story.
This is a man his mama say won't go even pick up his grandma. Let's keep going.
Was when I saw one of her neighbors, and her neighbor asked me what I was doing there. And I said, my mom's sick and I'm down here taking care of her. And she said, oh, we thought she was gone. I said, gone where? She said, well, she told us her grandson was coming to get her. She told everybody in the neighborhood that she wouldn't be here because he was coming to get her to take care of her now. So that just sort of pushed the final button for me. And, I was hoping the book, a lot of the stuff might bring him back or make him think about who he's become and what he does to people and the way he behaves. But I don't think it's really had that effect on him.
Now that grandmother passed away.
Yes. But that was to pay for everything. If he didn't go to that school, if I didn't work all those hours, he would think that he knows that I will probably be one of the only people who won't back down, won't kiss his ass, who won't take his crap. I'm his mom and I should never have to. And he knows I never would. He did in one interview say we're a lot alike. I have a hard time with Dana's marriage, I guess you could call it, because I am a believer. If you're married, and that's it. And if you don't want to be, and you want to be out with other people, then leave the person you're with. Don't make a joke of your marriage. But his marriage is a joke.
How so?
Well, everyone knows that he puts Tiger Woods to shame. He has plenty, the ring card girls sleep with him. There's two of them I know for sure. And I don't remember I don't know if I ever knew her name. She was the first ring card girl. I think she used to do the Zion's commercials for them too. But I know he was sleeping with her. It used to annoy me. The former ring card girl, Rochelle, he took her out, did a lot of things for her, helped her get into Playboy. She was trying to build a career and she wanted to go well beyond being a ring card girl for the UFC. So Dana was with her at a number of functions and with friends, and it was pretty obvious that they had a relationship for a while. Yeah, he slept with his sister-in-law in my house, which made me absolutely furious. I mean, he goes after any girl he wants and usually gets them. So his wife they're constantly fighting. The honeymoon, she gave him
See, I don't give a damn about all the cheating. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between him, his wife, and God. Same thing with this one-eyed tadpole. I don't really care. It's about what the things that he said. That don't got nothing to do with me. But this is the part where she said right here. This is the part. They're always fighting. He said that this is the first time that they fought. His mother say they always fight. Listen to it.
So his wife they're constantly fighting. the honeymoon, she gave him the worst black eye I've ever seen. He nearly lost his eye. So
Stephen A., if Dana White is your friend, how come you don't know that he almost lost an eye dealing with his wife? His wife almost knocked his eye out, allegedly. That's why he's doing all them push-ups and sit-ups and taking all that stuff now, allegedly, is because his wife whooped his ass. That's why he reacted so fast and so swift. He was like, oh, bitch, I ain't gonna lose again. His wife blacked his eye per his mother. Now, if you was his friend, Stephen A., how come you don't know that? How come you didn't bring that back up? How come you didn't bring that incident up? This is the second or third time Dana White's mother wrote a book. You did that to a black guy. This man's mother is on record saying that him and his wife fought all the time and that he got the worst black eye on their honeymoon. And that now y'all get to see them fighting in a club in front of all of their friends and family. This is a history of domestic violence. This ain't no one-off. Let's listen to his mama one more time before we go. They didn't say this on ESPN, though.
sister-in-law in my house, which made me absolutely furious. I mean, he goes after any girl he wants and usually gets them. So his wife they're constantly fighting. The honeymoon, she gave him the worst black eye I've ever seen. He nearly lost his eye. So I don't know if that's his way of handling it, but he's gone overboard with handling it.
He's gone overboard with handling it. First time they ever got into it. Y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone. Just wanted to show y'all the hypocrisy of Stephen A. I'll be back a little bit later. Appreciate anybody who super chatted. Shout out to all the beautiful people in the chat that chatted respectfully. Shout out to you, no good, low life, son of a gun, bag of bums that didn't. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.